Hey, what's going on, guys? Mindiku7B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. It's episode number 124 today for a final season here for Pennsylvania 500 here at Pocono Raceway. We brought back the Phillies car like we did the first Pocono race of the season, so we came in second the last time with the Phillies livery. We're going to run it back one more time, of course. That beautiful pinstripes on the center of the car, and of course the stitching of the wrapped around the car. Really nice to see there. But last time around, we had probably our most successful race at New Hampshire yet, and probably the best race we're ever going to get. It ended up being this man, Jeff Green, finally getting his first win of the season. That brought him up to only 44 points back behind the lead of his former PBC Racing teammate, Jason Keller, who's still leading the points by 27 points over us. So it's just 3 Chevrolets and then the Pontiac of Johnny Benson being 105 points back. He has yet to win a race, but he's looking for win number 1 at some point as well. But, yeah, I mean, the car, we're probably basically going to be running almost the exact same car as we did at the first time at Pocono anyway. So, really good stuff there, to say the least. But, really not much to say for the intro, really. Let's just go after Keller for the points lead, yeah? We got 27 points. We had a ding-dong scrap between him and I, so let's see if we can actually win round 2 here at our home state track.
Welcome to Pocono Raceway, located in the heart of the beautiful Pocono Mountains for today's Pennsylvania 500 on MRN. And Barney, there are a few unique twists to this 2.5-mile tri-oval.
The corners here at Pocono can be absolutely brutal, and gear selection is crucial for those long straightaways. The drivers that'll do the best are the ones that can set their turns up correctly and slingshot out of them for that extra boost.
The 7 car would like to break this run of bad luck he's been having at the speedways.
And a good finish would go a long way in boosting that team's morale. I guarantee it would make a whole lot easier to come to these racetracks.
The 56 car hasn't run well in his qualifying attempts at the speedways this year.
And boy, does that drive you crazy as a driver. But hey, anybody can win when they start up front, right? Well, okay, maybe that's where he would rather be, but he can get up there. It just takes some patience.
So it's yet another pole for Jimmy Johnson. A man who's led the most laps this season is starting on pole, but Johnny Benson's right behind him. He's trying to look over his first win of the season, I should say. Oh, another good start by Mike Borkowski and the 11 team as well. But as for us, though, we got 50 laps, and we're underway here for our final visit at Pocono Raceway. The things I've changed the last time are, I don't remember if I made the wedge negative 3.0 at the end of the race, but I just know for a fact I just made my car completely looser, like trying to fight Keller the last time anyway. So the thing I really just I changed was adding more rear downforce. Oh boy. Pretty soon I'll be having no front downforce if everyone just keeps checking up like that. So we've had some rear downforce changes. It was originally at 50, so that's why I put it to 55 degrees. There's a spoiler difference now. I ran a few laps. I kind of like it, but I didn't get to that point where it was, oh boy, we're going to steal all these spots here. All the spots. All the spots. We're even going to go 4 wide in turn 3 on the first lap, because why the heck not? Some other people's tire squealing just showed me that that wasn't probably the most ethical way to do it anyway. But we're up to 31st, though, after the first lap. So, yeah, I was able to stick through that corner just perfectly fine as we're trying to get a run on Dick Trickle and Matt Kenseth here in the 17 car. Set it down in there. Well, 3 wide with ourselves and Chad Chaffin, but we managed to make it stick with minimal contact. Jeff Green, again, with the slow starts, I would say. It's kind of been like his kind of thing. He always seems like to have, like, I guess it's what you'd rather have, though, is race trim rather than qualifying trim, really. Is making sure you get up there with it, like, race distance there. But, yeah, as I was saying about the car, I mean, I'm getting loose here because I was on the rumble strip there. But I was able to glide around some of the corners quite well. I was running really fast lap times anyway. I wasn't sure if it was faster than it was I was having. But the car felt better in turn 3 because that's where we were losing the most time. We were losing that's where we kept losing it to Keller in our little ding-dong scrap. We were able to get through just fine. It's just turn 3 was always a bit of a problem for us. So hopefully with the rear downforce adjustments, we would be able to fix that sort of issue. This car's absolutely flying. 2 laps in, we're already halfway through the field. Now we got some of the heavy hitters in this race, Tony Stewart and Jeff Burton as well. Oh, we're going to pass them both. We got Adam Petty as well in 88, for those who don't remember. Now we're going to pass Bobby Hamilton Jr. as we hear some crunchy going on behind. We actually grub Bobby Hamilton Jr. a little bit and just move him out of the way. We're already up to P14. At this rate, we'll be inside the top 10. This has been an excellent start so far. We're now working our way towards the top 10 spots. We got Jerry Nadeau doing a decent job at the start of these races, as well as Mike Borkowski, who always seems to has them, usually, like when he starts up front, he does quite well, but he'll just eventually fade back. We're actually trying to pin him up there, trying to bully Jerry Nadeau for a little bit of a draft here, just trying to keep moving ourselves forward. As I see Tony Stewart having a little bit of a hard time getting around Herbie Sadler. That may change as we knock Jerry out of the way here a little bit. I see Jeff Green also back there too. He's trying to work his way through forward as well as he's trying to get around to Kevin Harvick at 36. Meanwhile, we got Joe Nemechek right alongside here. We're going to try to make a maneuver down the inside. We're going to let off early, try to get ourselves a good rotation in the corner, and it almost worked. But we're going to try to use the short shoot here, try to make the pass on the turn 3, just to see how our car is going to be in a side-by-side situation here. And we do good on the corner entry. We just got to slide job our way up front, and we cleared the spot. So now we're going to go catch after John Andretti and friends that are all the way up there. Yeah, apparently up here, we're losing ground to leaders because we're just too busy fighting Joe Nemechek. We're trying to hold him off here for this corner, and we do. Thankfully, no funny business there. As we're going to stick at P8 and try to catch up to Jeff Gordon and all the others that are up there. Ooh, Kurt Busch just hit the wall right there. That's going to allow us to have a little bit of like a bit thick-headed momentum, try to get around him. Can we clear him? Oh, we do, but he's going to have to cross over me. We just lose the nose. That's okay. We're actually going to have him tow us down the front straightaway here to try to set us for the repass here. Oh, we just caught up to him and ran a knock there. I think we're gaining on the leaders themselves. It looks like, is that Jason Leffler going for the move, for the lead of the race? It looks to be that way. Jason Leffler taking the lead of the race away from Jimmy Johnson on his own pace. Go on, son. Go on. Nice. And yeah, I just want to see. Yeah, Leffler is now leading the race for Bill Elliott Melling Racing, the number 94 team, as we give Kurt Busch a little bit of a side draft there, trying to pull him back a little bit, which we do successfully. The nose is starting to give out because I've been pushing these front tires. But, yeah, go on, son. Go on, Jason. Doing a great job. And Keller trying to catch back up to Jeff Gordon to get around him. We might have to stick behind Kurt Busch and just push him throughout the ways or something like that. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I feel like I was more worried about the latter portion of the run, but I might have to make this thing looser again. I might have to bring it back to negative 3.5 for the wedge. But then again, I was worried about the front tires are really starting to go away now. So I'm really thinking maybe I need to go back to the negative 3.5. Because I know I add a rear downforce to the car to make it more stable, try to be more racy on the turn 3. But I know it was just barely too loose, because that's how we kept losing the fights. But now we're just getting really, really tight. This is why Pocono is just a crew chief's nightmare. It is in just anywhere in Pocono. Anytime you go to Pocono, crew chiefs definitely lose sleep over this track for sure. As we're going to keep going, sliding all the way up, but Tony Search is going to have a massive run on the inside. We're actually going to stall him up and go all the way down to the wall and then all the way back up top, doing the IndyCar line as they used to do all the time at Pocono when they used to go here quite often. We've actually lost base with Keller and Jeff Gordon. So it's Leffler leading, Johnson second, Benson third, Jeff Gordon fourth, and Jason Kelly top 5. Ourselves sixth, Kurt Busch and Tony sort of fighting for 7th and 8th, respectfully. I think that might have been Jeff Burton 9th. Who's in 10th? I'm pretty sure it's Jeff Green, right? Yeah, Jeff Green. So, literally, Leffler is putting on a show right now here at the Pocono Mountains, and I'm all for it. Oh, I think I could barely see it. It looks like Jeff Gordon has gotten around to Jimmy Johnson. Now he's trying to get around Jason Leffler for the lead of the race. He might be clear here, actually. Jeff Gordon might be leading the race now here at Pocono. I've lost touch with even Jason Keller. Our tires are completely gone. So it looks like the rear downforce adjustment we have made is not exactly working, but we have lap traffic coming out of the pits now. So that might hold up the leaders there, which we kind of need that to happen. But yeah, it looks like the adjustments we made didn't exactly quite work because it did fix the loose problem, but now the problem is I'm plowing tight. So it looks like I might have to bring it back to negative 3.5, looseness off of 3, be damned, and just go from there. Oh my god. As we just smacked the wall really hard there. We checked for damage. We do have some. We're probably going to have to think about coming down pit road in a few laps. We're just going to have to tough this stint out. This car, we just made the wrong adjustments, it looks like, here, unfortunately. We're going to try to hold this. Jeff Bird's going to go along the outside. As we give him a little bit of contact there. But no, he's just going to sail on through. We're not going to let Tony Stewart go by without a fight. And maybe we can just stay behind Jeff Burton to give us a tow. Yeah, front tires are dead. Turn 1 is our best bet, of course, as usual. Yeah, we've lost bit with touch with the likes of Keller and all that, so we're just going to have to rely on a good pit stop here to put us back into this fight. Maybe even a caution might help us too. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on, hold on, hold on. So, not exactly what I wanted to do there, but we forced ourselves to go pitting a little bit earlier than we wanted to because I just nearly lost the car, and we just got ran into the back of by Tony Stewart because I decided to make that late call. So not the smartest move I made, but it was more of a last-minute call to come down pit road. We nearly lost it off of 3. So this was definitely a little bit earlier than I wanted to come on in, but just to lose at least a little bit of time as possible. Okay, that's not great at all either. This does not help us. Really slow pit stop there. Not exactly the most ideal thing I wanted to go see here, especially now since we have to make up a lot of time to catch out to those guys. We might even... No, we won't lose a lap. I don't think we will, but... we're fine, but we're going to have a lot of time that we have to make up. About time some leaders are finally head on in. I was getting scared, really, because... it's just a lap difference. Like, yeah, we're gaining like about a second a lap now on like Jeff Gordon, who's still leading this race. I was just getting scared to a point where they're gonna gain on me like quite a bit if I were to take the lead anyway. So literally short pitting has kind of helped out a little bit. In fact, there's some people that are actually for position right in front of us. I think that's Greg Biffle and Dale Earnhardt Jr. from what I saw on the leaderboards anyway. So it seemed to work out for them so far, but we're going to be able to go past them in just a few laps because of the tire wear difference anyway. That's the thing I was worried about anyway. So we're going to pass all the people that are just coming out of pit road now, or at least I hope. It's going to be close to see who we're going to catch up to. I think that's, well, we lost that spot. It looks like the appears to be Johnny Benson, I want to say. Yeah, that's Benson. Yeah, that's Benson in the 10. He's going to have fresh tires, and he's going to pull away from us. We didn't get enough time. So I must have lost too much time, especially from this damage on the right rear. It's causing a little too much drag. It's just what happens, man. You just lose talent on these things. I mean, this is the type of mistakes that will cost us a championship, so... You know, it's just how it is. It's just racing, man. You're going to have days where you're just going to have to make a mistake, and you try to compensate for one issue that, you know, we had, and we probably should have just left it alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, no, Greg Biffle didn't come in for a stop yet. It's weird. I thought he did. There's our effective race leader, Jeff Gordon, trying to barely beat out Johnny Benson. This would be effectively P1 of the race. And Benson's just going to barely clear, I think. I think they're side-by-side. This is why I wish we had the, like, side-by-side, like, full race replays so we can actually see these things happen. But no, Gordon's really fighting back on those fresh tires. He's really fighting back. The race leaders now, and I think everybody else has just basically finally decided to come on in. But effectively, we did gain a lot of time on the top 3. I was hoping to stay in their draft, but to no avail. Jeff Gordon's going to recycle as the race leader as of right now. We're right now effectively in P4. Depending on how much we get a lead off these guys. Let's see. We should be up in P4. No, we're 5th. Who's the race leader? Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the race leader. But I think he pitted a lot sooner than we did. So he just gained a massive jump on everybody else. So Junior is leading the race. He actually leaded off the pit cycle, but he pitted way super duper early. We've only pitted a few laps after him, so we will effectively sooner or later pass him as well. We have a bit of a gap to whoever's in 6th. Who is in 6th, actually? Leffler. Leffler's still holding his ground. He's still holding his ground. He's not quite going to probably not win the race, but he's definitely holding his ground. He's pulled up his straps today. I mean, this is probably effectively Leffler's best race of the season, arguably. So, you know, props to him. Uh-oh, we have an engine failure that's up right in front of us. That's going to cause some trouble heading into the tunnel turn. That's Kurt Busch. Oh, it's Kurt Busch. Oh, no, that's not great to see. Will there be because sometimes the AI can run into somebody and just causes massive pile of destruction, especially when they're heading into turn 3. So we could be in store for a caution here. A late race caution would actually do dividends, but we have to wait until he gets to turn 3 because usually they just run right in the back of them. So we'll have to see if the caution does come out. And if it does come on out, we are heading to pit road. We have lost a lot of time. Earnhardt, though, he gained a lot of spots because of that pit strategy call. So well done, fair play to him. We're still waiting to see, is there going to be a yellow? Is there going to somebody run into the back of Kurt Busch and blow up because of that? I don't see that happening. I just don't see it happening now. I think they all have actually gotten around him just fine. They did. They all actively, safely got around him. That's not good news for me. But good news for, the race leaders that are still going at it. I'm assuming it's still Jeff Gordon as the race leader now, because he's gotten around Dale Earnhardt Jr., of course. He's actually right in front of us, Dale Jr. is. No, it's Johnson in 2nd now, Benson 3rd, so Hendrick teammates in real life, not in this alternate universe, they're going at it for the race win. It's going to be a Jeff Gordon versus Jimmy Johnson show here at the Pocono Raceway. I mean, how fitting, and they should be sometimes, I think, happen in real life anyway. And they're just going right at it. Meanwhile, I think Keller is finally caught back up to us as the last person I wanted to go see. I don't want Keller to beat me again at Pocono, but then again, our unforced error was what led us to have to be in this position in the first place. We couldn't have a caution to help us out, try to go for a late race push. As the tires are starting to go away now, we have to limp this thing home for the 12 laps. That's not what I want to see. All right, we've gotten around Junebug. Now we just hope to God that he can hold off Keller, which I don't think is going to happen here. He's going to be already on the inside. We actually lose the nose in the tunnel turn yet again. Oh, it just causes more damage on the right rear as Keller just says thank you very much. That's 2 for the price of 1 once again. And at this point, we just have to accept this as a loss for us today. We might even lose a spot to Junebug. We're not even going to be able to be in the draft with Keller to help us pull us up at least a little bit of something, trying to salvage what we can. And no, just 10 laps to go now. And it's just going to be continuing to nothing but a struggle bus for the next 10 laps because of our early discommitment down the pit road that we really didn't want to do. The unforced error definitely kept coming back to bite us there, unfortunately days. We got Jeff Burton and Jason Leffler, who get, again, Leffler having a fantastic race. And at number 94, Bill Elliott Melling Racing Ford, for the sponsor of FedEx, of course. All right, there we go. That time we actually made the corner quite well. I'm not sure what, I guess it was just a definite mistake there. We're holding on to P5 as best we can, but, you know, Keller is just gone for P4. Yeah, finally our right rear tire is starting to wear out a little bit, and starting to get some rotation feeling going on, but we're just too slow. Give Burton a little bit of a piece of my mind. We don't want to lose too many more positions. We're going to keep doing it one more time. We're going to force him all the way down low, but it's just not enough. And Leffler's going to make it go 3 wide on the outside. And just absolutely make mincemeat of us. Just absolute mincemeat there from the driver in the 94. Just absolutely, again, having a fantastic race in this episode. Unfortunately, he might not be able to get the top 5 that he wants because Jeff Burton's in front of him. But, I mean, sir, this is arguably the best race he's ever ran his entire career mode so far. So, props to him for running so well. And Junior, as predictable as what we see, he's fading at the very back because he pitted so early. We really pitted just as early as he did. So, we're definitely on the same strategy when it comes to struggling so much. But Junior's just going to continue to fade. And honestly, at this point, I might as well just stay behind Leffler because there's no shot of us getting around him again, I don't think. it wouldn't be wise. We want to make sure to be able to stay directly behind him and just have him continue to pull us up, because we know Junior's going to lose a spot, and the more cars are coming along the way. But now it's just us like trying to stay behind Leffler. So unfortunately for us, I don't think a race win is happening. We will not win on our home state track because of what we did there. We kind of ruined our own stuff. Honestly, since the word green flag, again, I tried to make an adjustment, and I guess the adjustment, it did work at first. Unfortunately, it did work at first, but then at the very end of the run, it just made it a lot worse than I thought it would be. So it's just these things happen, I suppose. It's just a crew chief error. There goes the help that we have for the drafting anyway, because we just initial D'd it off of turn 3. So, all right, limp mode activated. Oh, we are absolutely struggling so much off in that corner now. And as like a few laps have gone by, we have friends. Here they come. Jeff Green and Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart, we're going high, we go tight, and we let Jeff Green go through. We nearly lose it off of turn 1. Nearly absolutely lost it. Our tires are absolutely dead. We have to drive another 10 miles with these tires. Again, it's just nothing but a struggle campaign. Do our best and just not bleed any more positions as Tony Stewart, the man who's reared ended us a little bit earlier, is we just lost it. Yeah, we absolutely lost it. We just can't fight anymore. We just absolutely couldn't fight anymore. We just can't. The car is just absolutely killed. It's cooked. From the unforced error that we made is absolutely cooked us. We just absolutely got cooked by two of the best in the sport. And now here comes Bud Butt within 10th place, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. still struggling with those tires. We're on the same strat, of course, so I think our tires are just as good as his now. So it's just going to be at least for a fight for that. I don't know about ourselves and Ward Burton here. Jeff Gordon, from what I understand, is absolutely gone. He has about a 4-second lead over Johnny Benson now. Yeah, about a 4-second lead. So him and Jimmy Johnson are going at it, meaning Benson and Johnson. But Jeff Gordon, even if a caution were to come out now, it's all his, as long as hopefully nothing crazy or stupid happens in front of him. As we nearly Tokyo drifted off of there, we give Wood a bit of a brotherly shove there. We tell him, just get out of my, just don't pass us, please. We've already bled enough positions. Oh, as we nearly keep losing it off of 3, we have to feather the throttle. I'm not sure if you can hear me press the R trigger on my GameCube controller, but I was absolutely feathering that throttle the entire time, and we have no choice but to let Wood Burton go through. We're trying to gain all the time back in turn 1, because that's where we're usually the strongest back on the brakes, but we just lose. We just loose and tight at the exact same time. It's not exactly what you want to feel. But 10th place is probably the lowest place we finished in like quite a while. We've been having a great top 10 streak going on here, but yeah, I don't think we're able to get the spot back for Ward either. And Jeff, as we can see now, Jeff Gordon has absolutely won this race. Ourselves, we are just trying to struggle and make it home and to come across the line for another top 10 finish in P10. Make sure we don't keep it off the wall anyway. We don't want to wreck it on the last corner like J.R. Hildebrand did in Indianapolis 500 one year. We come home in P10 after an unforced error. Rather unfortunate there we ended up doing it like that. Jeff Gordon absolutely destroys the field after passing Jason Leffler.
A rare caution-free race.
Whoa, that doesn't happen very often. It makes you pay a whole lot more for any mistakes. You don't have the cushion of yellow flags to get caught up.
The 56 car doesn't look any different than when he started this race.
You know, these NASCAR Winston Cup race teams absolutely love drivers who take care of their cars. Makes their jobs a whole lot easier when they aren't having to spend extra hours in the body shop each week.
From all of us here at EA Sports and MRN, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
So it's going to be Jeff Gordon gets his second win of the season here in 2019. It honestly makes me wonder, where has this been the entirety of the mod that we've been playing so far? I mean, I know I'm not the greatest Jeff Gordon fan in the world, but even I know that Jeff Gordon should not take this many times to have a multi-win season. But, well, here it is now, of all the hoops that we had to jump over, and yeah, he just completely walked away with it at that point there after passing Jason Leffler for the race lead and then never looking back. As for us, though, I mean, it's just an unforced error. Like, we've had an unforced error. We cannot keep having those and having a fight for the championship, though. I mean, Gordon is just fantastic in this race, so congrats to him, and hopefully we get to see more out of him. Yikes, that was not great after having an unforced error like that. All right. Well, Jeff Gordon's your race winner. Johnny Benson second. Joey Johnson third. Keller finishes fourth. Oh, that's not great. Both our title competitors have finished ahead of us. I think Jeff Green might overtake us for second in the point standings, actually. So he finishes in seventh. His uber consistency has just been crazy. Jeff Bird finishes fifth. Leffler, I mean, he's led a good amount of laps this race, I think. Didn't he? Yeah, he led like 9 laps. Still a very good race, though, for Leffler, man. Good race. Green 7th, Stewart 8th, Ward Burton 9th, and we finished 10th ahead of Dale Earnhardt Jr. As we take a look through the rest of the field, about the same as usual. You know, it's just what it is. Kurt Busch and Randy LaJoy and Tony Roper were all DNF. I didn't really see any of those guys like DNF, so except for Kurt Busch, we knew his motor has expired. Yeah, that didn't work out. I was trying to tackle the issue of getting loose off the corner, and honestly, I think what killed me was the damage that we applied onto the car before going down pit road. So losing the car off of 3, trying to prevent the time being lost also didn't help either. So we kind of had this sort of similar thing happen to us at Dover in one of our Thunder 04 playthrough. You know, in our one race in Thunder 04 anyway, where we just nearly lose the car and we decided to just bail and just head on down pit road. We try to be cheeky and try to lose as little time as possible, but it just didn't. It just kind of didn't really offset at the very end. So let's take a look at the points. No, we're still ahead. We're still ahead of Green by a little bit. Benson brought the points now to less than 100. Jimmy Johnson also starting to move his way down. But Jeff Gordon, now 6th in the standings with his 2nd win of the season anyway. Very good stuff there for him. But Keller, though, is trying to build back that points cushion once again, though. So still a bit of long racing left to go. I think we have some good tracks along on our schedule. Of course, we got the Brickyard. I don't remember if I won that or dominate that or not. I'm going to have to go look back at the footage of previous seasons and see. Watkins Glen, we're going to have to use a normal setup there. We don't really have to use the default one because we didn't win it. Michigan, default setup. Bristol, default setup. And Darlington, default setup. Your race is coming up. But yeah, I mean, we kind of really struck out. That's kind of like what the Phillies are nowadays, where it's either home run or strikeout with this team. So, and last time was sort of a home run, and now this time at Pocono it was a strikeout. So, yeah, a little bit of unfortunate stuff there for the Phillies car. So anyway, we're back to a normal paint scheme at Indianapolis next week's race. So in case you like the video, guys, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel quite a bit. And as always, we'll see you in the next one at the Brickyard 400. Definitely want to win this one.